All right, this is the Links widget, and this is by far my favorite one. Because what we can do with this is, let's go ahead and start configuring this. So we have a lot of things going on here with this general tab here, including enable or disable. So if we want to just remove this, changing the title, the layout is currently set, as well as the layout style. So this is the default. We can also change this to circular, and let's take a look at what that looks like. So it's circular. We get these little orbs that appear here, and they have a little shadow to them. And so this is what circular looks like. Oops, let's go and change that back to default. And so moving on here, number of links displayed at once is just how many links are going to be appearing in this widget at one time. We also have number of links to move on slide, and you guessed it, this is actually a slider. So once I start filling this up with more and more links, you'll see it actually slide to show the rest of them. And this number of links to move on slide is just how many are going to be sliding out of frame and how many are going to be sliding into frame. Okay, then we have text size, and this pertains to there's nothing on here yet, but once I get to that list portion, I'm going to show you that we can actually give these little images here a little link title. We also have scroll automatically, which is essentially the ability for this to scroll by itself without having the user actually click and drag to scroll it. And lastly, placement of label. This is set to centered, so the label that I place here is going to be set on the center of each of these links here. There's also bottom, which is going to place it below them. So let's go ahead and keep that at centered. And let's go to list and actually start populating this. So these are the default ones we give you. But let's go ahead and type in Google. The link is https www.google.com. We're going to say Google logo, and I believe I have a Google logo. Yes. Okay, there's that Google logo. Don't worry about background position or size. These are set how they are, and you can change them, but the way they are will work just fine. And then there's another one here. Let's say YouTube, https www.youtube.com. The alternative text should be YouTube logo. And let's go ahead and choose the YouTube logo. Let's do that one. And let's just add one more. So you saw I clicked the plus sign here, and then it's all the way at the bottom. So let's say Cyberschool. Let's set the link to https www.cyberschool.com. Cyberschool logo. And I believe we have that. Yes, Cyberschool logo. And I could have just left that alone. Let's do IES Central. HTTPS iescentral.com. IES logo. And I don't think I have that one here, but that's fine. We also have the image upload. So let me just take that logo there. There's that IES logo. So now let's save this. So there's Google, YouTube, although I probably don't need the YouTube one since it already has it right there, nor the IES Central one. So let's go ahead and go back into that. And the text is completely optional, so I don't have to have that there. Okay, so we're saying Google, and that takes me to Google. YouTube takes me to YouTube. Cyberschool takes me to Cyberschool. And IES Central takes me to IES Central. So everything's working out just fine. Okay, let's take a look at this in circular. All right, so circular looks a little bit nicer, and even when I hover over it, the link title gets a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is essentially how the links widget works.